So, Dill, you've been in the dark for a little minute. So what's been going on?
Man, I had to take time out for myself and go on a spiritual journey to make a change. I'm here to let y'all know.
I bet. So, tell us a little bit about your journey.
Well, the journey has been a hard one. I'd be a liar. I'd be a liar if I say it wasn't hard. Um, when I embarked on this journey, I was thinking to myself I was gonna be able to improve and make change within like 3 days, because I'd like to just move fast at a fast pace because my mind is so brilliant. I'm thinking I can just solve all this in a short amount of time. But when I caught myself moping around, you know, letting myself be depressed and sad about it, and I wasn't really trying to make real change, and I was pleading out to God, praying to God 3 times a day. I still do that, but I was praying to God 3 times a day. He sort of just told me, like, he can't help me if I don't want to help myself. So by that fourth or fifth day, I was kind of like realizing, okay, let me, get up and just go back to the old routine I used to have. Get up and do something to help me feel better, and you know, help me avoid just moping around all day, just feeling sorry for myself. So I started back working out again, real heavy. Then I picked reading back up for the first time since, I don't know, whenever. And I would sit down and listen to Vince Staples interviews of modern day philosophers, and I would listen to some of the Tupac interviews, and just to see that the people who are so brilliant share the same ideas that I do. That was helping me. I was writing out poems every day. I would sit and meditate, but I was actually focusing when I was meditating. I was actually being disciplined when I was meditating, and I maintained that discipline by adopting a different diet. I don't eat before 12 o'clock p.m. and I don't eat after 9 p.m., which gave me a whole another type of discipline, and another part, cleansing of my spirit, and just give myself a whole nother level of focus. So yeah, basically it was just the main theme of the journey was just me making a change, because a wise man changes, a fool stays the same, and so I chose the path of being a wise man. And it took me to get messed up in life for me to realize I need to go ahead and do this. It took me to lose something that I love so much. It took me to feel like I had the world against me to finally be a man and, learn from my selfish decisions and learn from the consequences of my actions, and learn what I need to change and improve about myself. So as I was doing this, I turned off all social media. I cut out pretty much everybody besides the people that I have to see at school, because they go to see me. But other than that, I was not talking to nobody. I had no social media, so I really had no knowledge of what was going on outside of myself. But I was able to talk to my brother one day, and he told me, he was like, Dylan, you need to stop worrying about everything external. You need to worry about what's internal. That means what's within you that you can control, that you can't really control everything that's on the outside as much as you may think you can, or, you know what I'm saying, or much as you may worry about it, you have to worry about yourself before you can worry about anything on the outside. So I took those words to heart, because he was right. I had to make sure I was straight before I ever tried to solve a outside problem, or, help somebody else with their problems. You just have to, I had to come to realization, we all got problems. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be the one to say I'm better than somebody. I'm not gonna be the one to judge, you feel me? That's just not me no more. Now I was like that, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna be the one to judge. I'm not gonna be the one to bash somebody for something they did, because we all done messed up in our life. And I sort of hate when people try to sit up and act like they're perfect. because nobody is at all. But I would change within myself. So yeah, it goes into me changing myself. Um, I had to be more understanding of people, because I'm guilty of probably being a little prejudiced against certain groups. I'm not gonna really speak on that too tough because the society we live in, I get crucified. But yeah, I'm way more understanding people's situations. You know what I'm saying? Better integrity. You know, and I'm able to put my trust more in God. That was the really biggest thing. When I had adopted the routine of praying 3 times a day, I say thank you in the morning. You know, when my prayer is just a whole bunch of thank you. Then at 12, when I'm about to eat, I'm sort of just repenting on every sin I've committed, or, you know, just asking God to forgive me for whatever. And then at night, I would tie everything I wanted to pray for into my prayer before I went to sleep. And days went by. Some days were good, some days seemed hopeless, like I was never going to get better or change or ever going to get back what I love so much. You know what I'm saying? But I had to realize that in order for me to get back everything that I had lost and get my happiness back, I had to keep going. I couldn't quit. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't quit on myself, because if I quit, I was quitting on myself, quitting on the things that I loved, and quitting on God himself. So I had to, you know, just sort of let God hold me up and let him do his work, and I do my side of the work. So, you know, I would just sort of be able to take my mind off stuff just by simply reading, meditating with a focus. So meditating on how does my body feel, how am I feeling emotionally, how am I feeling mentally, and spiritually and physically, and, you know, figure out problem solving ways to fix myself internally. Then, you know, with my intermittent fasting, of me not eating before 12 p.m. or not eating after 9 p.m., it sort of, you know, was another like cleansing part, and it gave me more discipline and whatnot. And, you know, I was just sort of just wiggle my way back into eating, because due to the depression I was suffering from all of this, I wasn't eating, I wasn't even sleeping right. And so, I had to start just nibbling on stuff, get my appetite back, and, you know, go back to working out like I used to, you know, just sort of keep my mind busy and off stuff that really don't matter or is gonna cause me despair. So with that, I noticed as the journey went along, I started to feel better, you know what I'm saying? But it was never like no up, down, it was like just up, 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 up. It was a slow process, but it was steady though. You know, I wasn't having bad days. I was just good on top of good. And one day is when I finally had a breakthrough. I don't know, I can't remember exactly what day it was, but I just know I sat up in my room by myself, and I felt so happy, just out of nowhere. Had a whole lot of energy, and I felt so hungry. Like, it made me really happy to know I was hungry again, because it just let me know I was not in that sad, depressed state anymore, you feel me? And shoot, freaking ate myself to sleep that night, and then the next couple of days I felt the same, so I knew it was real. And I wasn't in that sad, depressed state anymore like I was, and all that putting my trust in God was paying off like it should have, you know. I had finally cleansed myself of the things that I wanted to change within myself. And that's when I knew the journey was complete, you know. Like, I said, from this journey, I've learned a lot. I thought I knew a lot before this journey, but I've learned a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like my knowledge has expanded so vastly on topics from the Black Lives Matters movement to religion to even some of the deepest, confusing parts of science that we have on this earth. So if I could do it for anybody that's out there that's suffering through a depression phase for whatever reason, if I can do it, you can do it. You just have to take your necessary precautions. You need to separate yourself from stuff, separate yourself. If that's what it's gonna take for you to make a change in your life for the better, then when you make that change, continue to improve on it. Continue to improve yourself every day. And I just would advise you to, talk to people that you think would care about you. I really couldn't talk to nobody about it because, I just thought nobody would care. But there are people that do care because I care for all my friends, family. They can come to me about anything, you know what I'm saying? And, you can't hold grudges against nobody. Drop all grudges. No matter what somebody has done to you, always be kind to them, love them, because your good actions will come back to you in good ways, and that bad actions they're doing towards you will come to them in bad ways. That's just called karma. Everybody knows that. And just don't, when you're at your lowest of your lows, don't give up, because you have to realize there's a balance in this world. God created this world with balance. It's not gonna always be good, it's not gonna always be bad. When the good times rolling, the bad times coming. When the bad times rolling, that's when you should, just weather the storm, but the good times will come. There'll always be a consistent revolving rotation. It's gonna be good, bad, just how the world works. You just have to be able to enjoy the good times and get through the bad times. Simple. With that being said, just want to sort of just thank everybody for listening, and I will probably, make this into a kind of a regular thing, but on different topics. And I just hope that, one day, even if I'm not getting paid, or if nobody's really listening, I just hope to touch whoever needs to hear this. I just hope to touch their heart, you know what I'm saying? Strike a chord in somebody to inspire change in them, or give somebody to relate to. Because when you in that bad, you going through the bad times, you think it's only happening to you. But that's not the case at all. There's people around you that's going through the same stuff. We all just put on a smile like everybody else and act like everything's okay. So I want it to be somebody to relate to. I want to be, somebody to put the fire in your heart for you to be able to get up and say, okay, it's time to make a change. Because this journey has took me down through there. I've thought I've made changes in my life before, but this is probably the most drastic change of my life. I've never felt better about myself, ever. Like I just feel always like a different energy about me. You know what I'm saying? Like everything, like this is always just positivity. My positive energy can't be messed with no more. I don't battle with demons. I don't let demons battle with me. Only person I confide in is God. God is supreme. He reigns over all. So, like I said, I'm a changed person. And like I said, people might think, oh, this is BS. But this video not for you. Just to keep it real, for the people that's actually gonna listen, actually gonna take this in. And I can say that I'm changed, but it's up to y'all to want to see it and let me prove it to you. Prove it to y'all. Simple. My man behind the camera, though. Feel me? Man, drastic. I'm almost unrecognizable. So yeah, I want you to just thank everybody for listening. And this has been my story. Tune in next week for another one.
Cool. And action.
I would just want to use this time to send a message out to advise everybody to, not really hold your depression or emotions in at any time. There's always somebody that do care about you. I know sometimes, you feel like your parents don't really care. I mean, sometimes they just don't understand because, we living in a whole different society than what they were used to. Obviously, the 2020 has been pretty much a mess. You know what I'm saying? But there's always somebody that cares about you, and if you know somebody that's going through it, be that vessel for them, because sometimes people just need to vent. People just need to vent sometime and let it out, you know what I'm saying? And you sort of just have to find yourself. You need a therapist, go do that. If you feel like you just need to meditate or work out to release that, do that too. And also make a change where change is needed, because if you don't change, you're a fool, because only fools remain the same, but wise men will always change if need be and improve on stuff. You can find improvement every day. Nobody's perfect. Don't ever act like you're perfect. Don't ever try to look down on nobody because of some wrongdoing they did, because you had your wrongdoings as well. So let's be real here. And so, because I've done it too, but I'm getting better. I'm a changed person. I'm better than what I was. Definitely from a month ago, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Don't allow yourself to get messed up in life before you want to make a change. Make change before the bad come. I made the mistake of wait till I lost some friends, family members, and even losing love in my life before I realized, okay, it's time for me to do something about this, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm just trying to, I'm praying every day. I hope I get the things back, you know what I'm saying? I hope one day I'm able to smile again the same, you know what I'm saying? But I'm happy with myself. I'm proud of myself, honestly. I didn't give up on myself, or I didn't give up on God, I didn't give up on my supporters. And I want to send a special thanks out to everybody that was part of the process, who helped me through it and everything like that. Y'all know who y'all are. I ain't really got to say no names. I was in contact with y'all when I wasn't in contact with nobody else. So, that's the mission I want to push forward. Stay focused, and, just before you worry about outside problems, worry about yourself. Take care of you first before you take care of something else. You know what I'm saying? Be happy.
Shit, they'll never know. Too many thoughts up on my head, I just can't let it go. As I look around this room, I see who really there. This fake love, it got me noticing that real is real. These niggas close like I ain't noticed it. Can't sure cause it's over with. Ain't tryna be on no local shit. On music, I've been focusing. Yeah, nowadays they really only call you if they need something. Man, my city crazy, all you really see is fiends running. You ain't never had a loved one leaving, you can't grieve from it. Give a nigga everything, I still don't need nothing. I be wondering, this gon' rewind, it's just me. Tryna make everybody happy, ain't got time to get no sleep. Do they love me because I'm ashing on my shoes? Got double G's, vibes coming to my city, send them to the double tree. Asking God, am I gon' make it? Cause really I don't know.